Welcome, everybody, to another edition of the Enlightened Ignorance Podcast. I'm your host, J.Burnside, and today I am again by myself. I tried to call my co-host Devion a couple of times. He didn't answer, so I figured something happened or something went wrong. So he would not be with us today. So you got me once again, your boy J. Burnside. As you if y'all if y'all saw last week podcast, me and Davion was talking about how we just need to stop kind of like reporting news. We just need to necessarily just talk to how we feel, say what we feel, even though we could talk about the like news reporting and talk about it, but we don't have to be all about that, news reports and shit. I am so sorry about that. That is mad loud as fuck. Let me turn it down. Let me turn it down. Sorry if y'all hear that. But I'm making sure that I do not necessarily report news. I'm probably only going to report news if I'm doing solos. But if me and Davion is together, we are going to not report news. We're just going to just talk. If the news we want to talk about, we talk about it. If not, then it's not. Like whatever's on our minds, whatever we want to say, whatever we want to talk about, we're just gonna say it. So since I'm solo again, to be honest with you, not many news happened this week. Nothing really to talk about and shit. So as I was looking at the scrolling down news of what happened this week, there's nothing really happened. I guess nothing really the most talk. I say the most talked about is Bryson Tiller album coming out a month early. I haven't really got into Bryson Tiller as much as everybody else has. I need to give him a try. I heard he's really good artist. I heard a couple of his tracks, not from his new album, but previous tracks on his previous projects, and it's not bad. I think the last one I tried to get into, I couldn't get into it because I guess it's bored me. But that's just me. That's just me. But and that's because my head is so focused on hip hop and hard beats and dark shit and all that. So when I hear like the soft shit, it's like, okay, get off of that shit. Stop. I'm not into that shit. I'm into hip hop and this shit. So that's why I'm so focused on that and so focused on rap shit and hip hop shit. So, but recently I kind of toned it down a little bit. Listen to some, try to listen to some other singers that does genre R&B, just give it a freaking try. Not to say I hate R&B. I love R&B. It just I just so happen to listen to hip hop more. So I kind of laid off of the singer shit. But, recently I've been listening to a couple. I listened to at least three artists. No, actually two. I think it's two. I listened to New Religion by They, which I think is just one artist. And then I listened to the Sir EP, I thought that shit was good. Thought that shit was dope. So I was trying to figure out what I want to talk about this week. What I want to express, what I want to say, and what I want to get off my chest. So I thought about it long and hard, and I guess I said, you know what? I guess we could talk about this freshman list. Now, the 2017 freshman list is not official yet. I don't know when the freshman list is actually going to come out. But I look at the categories, I look at the artists that was on the list, and there was a lot of artists. And most of these artists I never freaking heard about. Not to say, if I didn't hear about them, I think they trash. It's just there's a lot. There's so much music going on right there, so it's hard to keep up with everything necessarily, But I thought like, okay, so out of all this list, what's my thoughts? And my thoughts is there's a lot of good artists and a lot of artists that I do not care for. Um, if I would recommend y'all go to the website that lets you vote for, who you want to be in the freshman class. You can vote for the 10th spot because it's category of 10 spots. So XXL they vote for the they vote for at least 9 people, and then we as people vote for the 10 spots. So I didn't vote, but when it comes to the freshman class, I haven't got into the freshman class since 2014. Me, in my humble opinion, I think for 2014 freshman class was the last good class that we actually had. We haven't had a good class in now it'll be 3 years. I don't want to jinx it. We might have a good one this year, but like I said, man, 2014 was really dope. I mean, if y'all don't remember, here's the list of the 2014. Chance the Rapper, Rich Homie Quan, Isaiah Rashad, Ty Dolla $ign, Lil Durk, Kevin Gates, Troy Ave, Vic Mensa, John Connor, Lil Bibby, Darren Benton, and August Alsina. And who I actually F with? I F with Chance the Rapper. I F with Isaiah Rashad, most definitely. Kevin Gates, I respect. Don't listen to him, but I really respect his music. Vic Mensa, I listened to his last project. It was real dope. And August Alsina is good quality artist. Whether people think like 13 was actually the last best class, or 14 was the last best class, that's totally depending on you. I don't see anybody necessarily defending 15 or 16. But, I mean, 15, 16 was not that good to me. I mean, okay, let's look at 15. Like, class of 15, you had Fetty Wap, Dej Loaf, Rory, Kid, OG Mako, Shy Glizzy, K Camp, Vince Staples, Tink, and Gold Ink. And the only 2 people that I fucked with 2015 was Vince Staples and Tink. I was a fan of Vince Staples before he ever got into this list. And Tink, I think Tink is like really I'm about to say overrated, but really underrated in the music scene. But she finna get her shine, man. She really is. 2016, I don't care for not one person in this. Oh wait, maybe one. I'm not gonna say maybe one. I mean, last year you had Lil Uzi, don't care for. Lil Yachty, don't care for. Kodak Black, don't care for. Denzel Curry, don't care for. G Herbo, don't care for. Dave East, don't care for. Lil Dicky, but still don't care for. Not a knockoff for all these artists. They just not for me. Anson Paak is pretty good artist. Designer, he only got that one good song that I like, and that's Timmy Turner. I'm sorry, it's guilty pleasure. I know it's bad, but I can't help it. That beat saved that. The beat saved that song. And 21 Savage, do not care for. So again, in my opinion, I thought 2014 was the last great class. And as I see the list of this year, the categories of this year, there's a lot of good and there's a lot of bad. So I decided to take upon myself on what I think should be in the freshman class, not who's going to be. I might do a who's going to be. I don't know, but it's going to be a very, very short podcast. And if you hear like a slick static, my apologies. First and foremost, I'm trying to figure out this situation with this whole static situation. So it's a learning process. Y'all forgive me, but we're gonna keep it moving. I hope y'all necessarily understand me, but again, back to what I was gonna say. I said I'm gonna go and name my freshman list who I would like to be in the freshman list. I can only get 9, even though it's supposed to be a total of 10 people on this list. But if I figure out a 10, I'll name them. Let's go to the first one. My first pick I will put on my freshman list is Kyle. Kyle is a really good artist. I know he had that one good poppy song. I just can't remember the name. He does a little rapping, does a little singing. He's not that complex of a rapper, but he makes some funny lines and shit. I think he's overall good artist. I don't know if he dropped any projects, but the tracks, I mean, from his rapping and from his comedy relief kind of shit like that, I think this is really dope. I think he got some type of bars, unlike some of these people in the list. I'm gonna name them, but yeah, I'll say Kyle. Kyle will be the perfect person, to be on this list. I hope he be on this list. Um, he's a really good artist, a really good and really funny artist. I'll say that. But number one would be definitely Kyle. Number two would be JID. JID is a rapper. Don't know where he's from, but he just got signed to Dreamville. So, I gotta support. Again, I apologize. I thought and it did again. Okay, let me stop this real quick because this thing is like mad fucking loud. Okay. Again, sorry about that. Again, JID. I think JID is a really talented artist. I actually got his I believe it was his album. I don't know if it was an album or an EP. Oh, whatever project. I would say project, and I enjoyed it. And then it was pretty funny. Hey man, it's funny because I'm supposed to be knowing these tracks, but I don't. I guess because I don't listen to it as much. But from what the tracks that I listen to and the songs I've heard from this album mostly is everything. I just don't didn't jump into it as much. It's really his project is really really dope, and he got really high hopes for himself. So, I mean, J. Cole must see some good in him. And if you're endorsed by J. Cole, then I'm definitely going to see what's up. I mean, especially with Dreamville. Dreamville is like it's one of my favorite labels in hip hop right now. And to see them I actually signed a new artist. I'm like, okay, he's new. Let me give him a try, And from what I heard, this album is really good. It's really good, really dope. He got a lot of potential. So, shout out to JID. Now, this next one, please. I know I'm going to get her name wrong. I know I'm going to get her effing name wrong. But it's B. I don't know if it's BIA or she's like Bay or Ba. Also another artist. Haven't formally listened to as much, but I do follow her, and from the tracks I listen to, she's a really dope artist. I believe Pharrell worked with her or is working with her. Actually. So, I mean, you endorsed by Pharrell Williams. If you got Pharrell Williams actually working with you, you got to be something. You got to be somebody. So, from the tracks I heard, she's a pretty talented artist. We need more of these female rappers to be on this mainstream. Not a lot of people, not a lot of female artists on this mainstream. So it's nice to see a lot of these mainstream female artists that's out there, actually getting the shine from please forgive me if I mispronounce her name. From Young M.A., Remy Ma's back in the mainstream, as well as Cardi B. So it's a woman. These women women's rap is starting to get a little bit more recognition. Actually getting a little bit more mainstream as they deserve. We don't have to depend on Nicki Minaj anymore. Thank the Lord. Okay, I'm scratch that. I apologize. Thank you. But we don't have to depend on, Nicki Minaj for quote unquote carrying or the quote unquote queen of rap. Even though she's the reason why she called herself the queen of rap, because there was literally no women out there that actually could have that mainstream success like Nicki. She was necessarily top in the charts over and over and over and over and over again. But I'm not going to necessarily get to that. Actually, no. Matter of fact, I am going to get to that. It's my podcast. Well, it's me and Devion's podcast. I'm going to say what I want to effing say. So, yeah. I mean, if me and I believe me and Davion talked about this before. Again, I'm not knocking Nicki Minaj and what she has done or her contributions to the hip hop game or the contributions that she, the attributes she has done or the what's the word? How she has inspired other people, whether it's men or women, to be themselves or inspire them to do right or do good, et cetera, et cetera. I'm not knocking Nicki for that. But there's a point in time when she was, at the time, was the only female rap artist that was mainstream and getting these hit singles. No one even came close to her. And it's funny because there was a lot of female artists out there. I still believe there's a lot of female artists out there that's really trying to get to where Nicki is, but according to these mainstream or according to the media, they're not good enough, and I'm glad now there's many other female artists are finally getting their shine, they're finally getting their spotlight and stuff like that. Now for Nicki, I don't know if Nicki see this as a threat or she see this as competition. But, if I'm Nicki, if I was to speak to Nicki, it's like, to me, it's like, dude, let's share your spotlight, man. You won your awards. You achieve that most artists could not achieve. But now necessarily you're intimidated. I'm not saying she's intimidated by these other female artists, but if she is, there's no reason to. Because technically you're still the top selling female artist, female hip hop artist in the world right now. So, but now when you have these other female artists that actually getting their chance to shine, don't be scared. That's what I would say. Don't be scared, Nicki. But I don't think she's scared. I think she ain't intimidated. But at the same time, I'm glad a lot of these rappers, female rappers, is actually getting their, chance to shine. So yeah, so that will be my third person. My fourth person is Eminem. Eminem, what can I say? I'm not gonna lie, I love Caroline. It is catchy as hell. Does it make sense? No. But it's persistent and catchy as hell. I can't help to rap to that song. I know he did another track which really wasn't bad. It was actually pretty good. I forgot what it was called. It was just a music video that I saw. Somebody, he was working a car dealership and then he was dressing as a white dude and all that stuff. But yeah. And then he got a thing for bananas, which I don't get, but I think Eminem is a talented artist. I think he can really, really rap. He held his own on the mic. He's not that, oh my God, type of rapper, but he is that type of rapper. Like, you can enjoy his songs and his tracks. So Eminem is a good person, I believe, who I want to be in the freshman list. And he can actually be on the freshman list. I think I can see him actually being on the cover. I can actually see him on the cover. To be honest with you, I can actually see him on the cover on this. Like, if so far that was the person that I know for sure that should be that's going to be on the list. If not, then they messed up. But yeah, Eminem, real time artist, Caroline, funniest track, not my favorite track, but it's one of the tracks I really like. I could listen to 100 times and enjoy. So, next artist will be Sir. Sir is a new signee to the TDE family, which if anybody knows me, I fuck with TDE most heavily. Speaking of TDE, shout out to SZA. I am definitely getting her project when it comes out on the. Matter of fact, last time I checked, I think it's supposed to come out on the 3rd, so it's coming out in 2 days. Don't quote me on that, but it's coming out in 2 days, man. I'm really excited for SZA, man. Shoot, I'm ready to hit. I know there's been a lot of, delays and disagreements between her and her label and stuff like that. I think she even said she's gonna just quit music as a whole, which I hope she doesn't because she's a really talented artist. She's really, really talented. But yeah, man. But back to Sir. Sir is now a new signee to the TDE family. He just dropped an EP this year, which I copped and I listened to and I enjoyed the hell of it. Those are one of the artists that does R&B that I actually like and once actually listened to multiple times. I think he's really dope. He's really talented. I believe before then he was a ghostwriter for for Erykah Badu, if not Jill Scott. So, not only did he perform his own shit, he writes his own shit too. So, and his EP was really, really good, really, really good. One of my favorite projects this year. Enjoyed his shit. So, so that's the person that I want to be actually on the freshman list. The sixth person will be Little Sims. If anybody don't know, Little Sims is I know Little Sims from London. She's definitely from London. She does this genre called Grimm, which the UK loves, but the US hates. Apparently. Apparently the US of A do not care for Grimm, which I think that's like, come on, guys, really. Grimm is really not bad. It's actually pretty good. It depends on the artist, though. You just can't listen to everybody on the UK that does Grimm. So, and Little Sims is one of those people that does the Grimm genre and actually does it well. Actually got bars. Actually can spit, with the shit. How I know Little Sims is by Wonder Girl, because I'm a huge Wonder Girl fan, and Wonder Girl is one of my favorite and most underrated producers or beat makers in the world right now. But I digress. She did a track for Little Sims, and I listened to that shit, and I thought that shit was fire. And I followed Lil Sims. I listened to a couple of more of her tracks on SoundCloud, and this girl got skills. And what makes matters of then, not only that she's very, very talented, she got bars. She actually got some good tracks. Then you get endorsed by not only Missy Elliott, but freaking Lauryn Hill. Come on. Really? Bruh. Come on. You getting endorsed by two of the most recognized, most talented, most legendary female artists to ever do music alone, and they're endorsing you. I say, bro, that's a huge motivation, yo. That's a huge motivation. She doesn't get the recognition. Lil Sims has that mainstream pop yet, and I don't think they're going to. I don't think the media or the US of A media gonna even give her a chance and shit. But I know the UK gonna give her some love. So I believe I want Little Sims to actually be on the list. Do I think she's gonna be on the list? No. I can already see what's going to happen. I don't think she's going to be on the list, but I want her to be on the list. So, yeah, that will be I think I said the sixth person. Yeah, it will be my sixth person on the list. The seventh person I will pick for the freshman list is a rapper from New York. Do not quote me if I got the city wrong. Is Nick Grant. You think I would know where these people is from if I put them on the list, and then I didn't have the decency to necessarily see what, actually do some research before I does this shit. done this shit, but this is straight out of the blue. This is coming from coming off my ass. So y'all forgive me for my unpreparedness. I wasn't prepared to do this by myself, but I should get used to this shit. But still love my boy Devion though. But back to what I was saying. Nick Grant. Nick Grant is a rapper from New York. Do not quote me if I got that wrong. He could be from somewhere else. But Nick Grant, I heard Nick Grant buy a mixtape a while back. I listened to a couple of his tracks. I thought like, okay, the rapping is not. When I heard the mixtape, I was like, okay, the rapping wasn't bad. The rapping is really dope, but the beats is not catching me. There's some of the tracks that the beat catch me like, okay, jamming this shit. Okay, okay, I can enjoy this. Oh shit. And then someone's like, okay, what? Okay. I know that he's rapping his butt off, but the beat I cannot get into. But he was a good artist, but wasn't a good artist to just actually cop his mixtape, because I actually just listened to some samples of it. But later on, he drops the album. I copped the album based on the reviews that it got. Listened to it. Really dope. It was really good. It was a really good, dope album. I don't say the album is a top 10, not necessarily. I can't see it really. Well, it might be on my top 10. I'm not gonna lie. It depends. It depends. I gotta look at the whole list I have, and when I have the whole list, I'll probably do a stroll podcast and say what's my top 10 favorite projects of 2017. I do that on Instagram, but I might do it on SoundCloud this year, or SoundCloud, YouTube, you know. But Nick Grant is really talented. He really got bars. The beats actually goes with the flows, his rapping shit, so it's really, really dope. So Nick Grant definitely, I want him to be on the freshman list. Is he going to be on the freshman list? I don't think so. I'll be surprised if he does, but I don't think so. But I digress, you know. The next artist will be Chance the Rapper brother. Chance the Rapper's brother, Taylor Bennett. Now, I heard that Taylor Bennett was going to drop a project based on off of Instagram. Everybody was talking about how Taylor was going to drop. Chance the Rapper's brother, Taylor Bennett, is going to drop a project like a year or a couple of months after Chance dropped his project and shit. So it's like, okay, I didn't know his brother was a rapper. I ain't never heard of Taylor Bennett. I know he had a brother, but I didn't know he was an artist as well. But okay, cool. I'll look at the reviews first before I necessarily cut the album. Okay, so I scroll through hiphopdx.com, look at some reviews, and his album was there. And it got a pretty decent rating. I think it got 3.7 out of 5, which is pretty good. It's not bad. It's pretty good. So I'm like, okay, it looks like you got a pretty good rating. Let me go ahead and cop this. Copped it. It was pretty good. Here's the thing, though. It's like when you hear Taylor Bennett, it's like you hear Chance the Rapper, but a deeper voice. That's what I got from listening to Taylor Bennett's flow. His flow is mostly similar to Chance the Rapper, but the difference is Taylor Bennett's voice is a little bit more deeper than Chance the Rapper's voice. Chance the Rapper is a little bit higher compared to Taylor. Taylor's a little bit lower than Chance, but I'm not taking that from them. I know it was a lot for him trying to necessarily do a project and trying to get out of your brother's shadow, you know, because I mean, look what Chance the Rapper's accomplished since dropping his album 3. Oh, it's Project 3. Sorry, his Project 3. I don't know what you want to call that album because he just put that for free, but I digress. Again, I digress. But I'm not taking away from Taylor Bennett, but Taylor Bennett dropped a pretty decent album. Good tracks, nice flow. I don't know how they got the features on there, and he even got his own brother in there, and that was pretty funny. But he's really talented, man. He's really talented. I can see him dropping more projects, dropping more music. Most of his feedback's been good. So, and he got a good flow, kind of like Chance the Rappers, but again, a deeper voice. But I want him to actually be on the list. Do I think he's going to be on the list? Probably. They gotta have some artists that have some type of flow. It gotta be that one artist. For 2016, I'll say the person that actually somewhat had a flow was Lil Dicky. That's the person that I'll say that at least had a flow, a better flow than that trap shit. But again, I digress. But yeah, Taylor Bennett is a good artist, and I would like for him to be in the list for the freshman, be on the list of the freshman class of 2017. Now, number 9, will be my personal last one, will be Young M.A. Now, I'm just let y'all know right now, I'm not a huge Young M.A. fan. No, I probably will not be. But from the tracks I have heard, she's got a flow. A rapper from New York. She just spits bars. She just drops music, and I can necessarily respect that. And it's not one of them. And she's not one of them female artists that talks about her body and saying sexual shit. She probably does say sexual shit, but not exploited sexual shit like Nicki does or like what Trina does. Not to say nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's so, for me, it's how I explain it. When it comes to female artists that does that sexual exploitation like rap, it's cool. It's nice, but at the same time, it's like, why are these the only female rappers that actually get mainstream success? It's always that kind of type of rap that always get that necessarily those awards, that those achievements and shit like that. Why can't this a woman necessarily have necessarily bars? Just actual bars that talk about some real shit, that talks about real life, that talk about what's going on in their life, if they, and talk about some other shit other than, sexual exploitation shit. That's why I so fuck with Il Camille and her album, and that's one of my favorite albums of the year, is because she don't fucking talk about that shit. She actually got something different to say, and I can necessarily fuck with that. I can necessarily endorse that, bro. We need more of that shit. How we gonna go from ladies first, Queen Latifah and MC Light and shit, that actually just rap, talked about some real shit, to sexual expectations, which is not bad, but at the same time, in this day and age, it feels like that's the only way you necessarily get into to that success. And I'm personally just tired of that. I actually want to see something different. Actually, female artists actually have bars, who actually can rap, who actually got something to say, who actually have some type of message, And Young M.A., for what the tracks I heard, she shows that. She shows that, man. She actually shows she has bars. She doesn't do exploitation shit. From what I heard, she probably does. But for what I heard, I haven't heard it. So again, Young M.A. is not the artist I listen to, but her flow is nice. She got some bars, and she's doing her thing right now. So I salute to her. So I think she should be on the freshman list. Do I think she's gonna be on the freshman list? Most likely, yeah. She got more mainstream success than most of these rappers that's on the list right now. So not on my list. Well, some artists on my list and the actual category list on the website. But yeah, I can necessarily see her being on the list. Definitely, most definitely. So that's my 9 that I will pick on my freshman list. Now, Lord, I can't believe I'm going to say this. If I have to pick a 10, if I had to pick a 10, if I really had to, for my 10 pick, I will go with XXX Tentacion. That's the artist that necessarily I will pick. Just to fill it up. Just really to fill it up. I mean, I don't care. I don't personally care if it's Rob Stone or Ugly God or Skate the Slump God. Skate the Slump God. Forgive me. Or any other artist. Maybe it could be Cap G. Maybe, maybe somebody else. Maybe it's No Name. Or maybe it's shoot, let me go back on the list. Let me go back on the list. I mean, yeah, maybe it could be what? Oh my God, these dang ads. Y'all forgive me, y'all. Maybe it could be Broly James or Boogie or Bruno Marquez or Buddy or Cardi B. Cardi B is in the list. Or Day Day or Day Jack or Don Q, Duckworth or who else? I already said Cap G. Or Playboy Cardi or KR or Kerr or Lamps or Larry June. Yeah, Larry June. Or whoever. I mean, it don't matter to me. But I guess if I pick, it'll be in between Cardi B and XXL Tentacion just to fill it up. All the other artists I don't know or I haven't really heard. So, and then the artists that I have heard about, I really don't listen to them like that. So, yeah, those will be my top 10. Again, let me go back to my top 10. I won't necessarily go through it. First pick, Kyle. Second pick, JID. Third pick, BIA. I just say BIA. I'm not going to get in trouble. Number 4, M&A. Number 5, Sir. Number 6, Little Sims. Number 7, Nick Grant. Number 8, Taylor Bennett. Number 9, Young M.A. Number 10, Cardi B or XXX Tentacion. So those will be my list. So, and that's about it. That's I don't know when they're doing when the official list will be posted or the magazine comes out. But those are my picks. Those are the people I will go for. Most of them are not going to be on there, which is sad. But those are the people I will, we'll go for. We need to make this list better again. We cannot have a third bad. I don't know if we can do a third bad one, a third bad freshman list. Can XXL do another bad list? They did a 2-year bad list. I mean, taken away from Tink and Vince Staples from 2015 and maybe Lil Dicky, I guess. But other than that, yeah, the 2 classes was bad, But that's my personal opinion. If somebody likes 2015, that's fine. If somebody loves 2016, that's great. Good for y'all. This is just my personal opinion. So, I'm sorry. I'm backing away from the mic. Thank y'all for listening to my picks for the freshman list. Thank you for listening to my stutteriness. Thank you for listening to my static. If it was staticking. And thank you for just listening to another solo show of the Enlightened Ignorance podcast. We'll probably try again with Devion next week. Make sure y'all, like our posts on SoundCloud or like our video on YouTube. We got on both platforms. You can listen to us on SoundCloud, or you can listen to us on YouTube. Whatever the two makes it better for you. There you go. Again, thank y'all. Thank you for the bottom of my heart. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. So if you listen to this podcast, I'm not dumb. I'm not stupid. I'm just ignorant who happens to be enlightened about it, because this is an enlightened, ignorant podcast. Peace out.